Hi all, this is Mrs. Mestre, the librarian at Chinook, and I just want to do a quick overview of big data and how to keep your information private online. Because we need to know, how do companies collect and use data about you? That is essential for being a good digital citizen and understanding how to keep your data private. So just through the course of this short video, we'll talk about why information about you and your behaviors is valuable to companies. We'll think about or analyze how certain types of data are used by companies, and you should have, by the end, 3 strategies to limit data collection by companies. So imagine, if you will, that you had the opportunity to design a brand new product for teenagers. So just to think about it, what sort of thing would you like? You could have any amount of money and materials you needed to make up the product. How would you come up with the idea, and what questions would you ask? This is the real scenario for how companies go about marketing their business. And they're thinking about the consumer, so who the person is that buys their products or service to use. Through this work, or through thinking about the consumer and how to sell their product to a consumer, they're also thinking about data, which are the facts and statistics collected together to be used for different purposes. So a company needs data to know whether or not a product is useful. Maybe the product is a toothbrush that automatically brushes both sides of the teeth at the same time. But they have to decide whether or not there's enough data to go about getting the money and selling this to a consumer. And so they go around trying to figure out how to get this data, and they decide, we've done some surveys and we've asked consumers, and we decide, yes, people really are lazy and really do need a two-sided toothbrush. And so they create targeted advertising so that this type of person that they have identified through their extensive data collection knows that this product exists. And so if an app or website follows you, so maybe what you've ever noticed that you're discussing something in real life, and you open up your social media and you see an ad about that exact same thing, that is a targeted advertisement. Because apps or websites use information they've collected about you to show you certain types of advertisements. This is why not everybody's social media ads are the same, or why sometimes like Alexa or Siri can be listening to you, and then you open up your Snapchat or YouTube or Instagram and discover certain types of ads. There is targeted advertising because they want to sell you this product because they've invested so much money in making sure that this is the right product. The way that they keep track of all this data is something called cookies. These are small text files stored on a computer that keep track of what a person does on a website. Many companies disclose that they collect cookies, and you have to accept that they accept. You have to accept the acknowledgement of cookies in order to proceed. This is thanks to some European data privacy laws that that gives people the option of opting out, but that is why. So again, this is all for the purpose of selling a consumer a product. But sometimes you don't want those cookies to track you. And sometimes those cookies follow you around through the store. And sometimes the data follows you around through the store. So there's some things that you can do to prevent this data tracking. If you want to limit what data is tracked, turn off cookies. This is something that needs to be done on every device. These cookies are used to identify your device, give you a personal experience, and track your behavior. Companies think they're doing a really great job, but really it also gives them a lot of access to your data. Another thing that you can do, adjust your privacy settings. Most apps have privacy settings that you can adjust to limit what information is collected. You can make your account private and deny access to location information and contacts. And again, you'll have to do this on multiple devices, on your smartphone, your smartwatch, your Chromebook, your PC, all of the things. You have to turn it off everywhere. And then limit what you share. Don't subscribe. Don't log in. If these things are required, check privacy policy to see how this is being used. If you discover that they have access to all sorts of things, maybe that's not the place that you want to log in. So turning off these things limits the amount of data that's collected. So when we are caring about people's privacy, we do things to maintain student privacy and to limit our data. All right, make sure you go check those settings. Bye.